So moving on, we got to get to the story. This is definitely we have to change gears a little bit on the story. It's definitely it pisses me off and it breaks my heart. So I want to discuss this heartbreaking story surrounding the young Black doctor who was found dead last month. In an eye-opening report by the Chicago Sun-Times, the LaSalle County coroner released the condition of Jelani Day's body in the autopsy report. And it's been reported that Day's liver, spleen, and other organs were missing, along with his teeth and eyes. Now, a second report was conducted by the family's private forensic pathologist, who said Day's jawbone was sawed out. The 25-year-old aspiring doctor's mother, Carmen Bolden Day, said it took about a month to have permission to even see her son's body, despite being positively identified through dental records and DNA samples. His body was finally released to the family on September 29th, so he could be laid to rest. What are your thoughts on this autopsy report? I've heard things about his body, the organs were liquefied. Then I heard something today that said, no, the organs were taken out.
Maybe we'll go to a short commercial first so we can think about it real quick.
All right, we'll do that.
Well, this is something that they said undercover market. Things like this have been happening where, people are either kidnapped or something like that. And then their organs are sold on the black market.
Vivica, I need you. Can we hold that thought so we can have a full discussion? Sure. Let's take a quick break because I really want us to get into this. Let's take a minute and we'll be right back with more Cocktails with Queens.
Gotcha.
Welcome back to Cocktails with Queens. Now, before we went to break, we touched upon the Jelani Day story and the condition of his body after an independent autopsy was conducted by the family. And Vivica, before we went to break, you were speaking on it. What are your thoughts on the story? I know there's a lot of conflicting information, but Jesus,
I would like to know that it's verified that what they're saying, because like you said, there's a lot of stories that are out there. But I've heard before about on the black market that people have been kidnapped and their organs and things like that are then sold on the black market. I'm so hoping that this isn't what happened to this handsome young man, that he would have to go through such an awful experience.
There's a psychic online I mentioned during the break, and I'll put on my Instagram that she said she saw that this man was abducted, that he be found by a creek, that he was taken by two white men, a red pickup truck, an F-150 with a black lining, and that he suffered, he was lynched, and that they will try to say it was suicide, and they did try to say that already. So
it cannot say that, absolutely cannot say that. This man is not going to take his own eyes, and his cheek was sawed off. Yes, he absolutely suffered. And now his family's not only just suffering because he's no longer here, but they did not actually was able to turn his body over to them until weeks later.
Month. Almost a month.
That's ridiculous.
Selena, what do you think about this?
I.e. Emmett Till.
It is.
There are still sundown towns in Illinois. And it was said that that town was a sundown town. A sundown town is that when the sun goes down, you better not be black and get caught. That's what a sundown town is. That's what they used to have in Mississippi and in the South. When the sun goes down, you cannot be black and be outside. So I feel, and this is just my own personal opinion, that it was racially motivated. The liquefied story, I don't buy that. You cannot liquefy your teeth out. It's not enough liquid in the world that's going to take your organs out. People are absolutely taking organs and selling them on the black market. They did that to the other young man that they found in high school. He was rolled up in a mat. Remember that story? And he didn't have any organs. And they said that he killed himself.
That he dove inside of a mat, right?
I'm gonna dive inside of a mat and kill myself and just take all my organs out first and give. It's foolishness. It's absolutely ridiculous. As a mother, it's petrifying, terrifying, heartbroken. I hadn't seen a picture of him until we just showed it, and I literally almost cried. I cannot imagine carrying a child for 9 months and then having him for 18 years be my son and turn around and not be able to see my son's body for almost 30 days after he has been mutilated for no reason at all. We are still in a time where racism is very rampant. Ahmaud Arbery got shot down at 25 years old for running.
So it is not daylight.
in broad daylight. It is not far-fetched. We watched George Floyd get strangled for 9 minutes
in broad daylight.
So to think that it's not racially motivated or not foul play is absurd.
And let's talk about this for a minute too. Let's talk about the black market of now that we have to watch. Where are they selling these body parts?
Organs, yeah.
People that are probably in the hospital, these millionaires that, oh, I need a kidney, oh, I need a heart to live. And so because they're on these donors lists that are hundreds and hundreds of people, guess what they're doing? Their families are desperate and they're paying millions and millions and millions of dollars for young, amazing Black organs, i.e. get out. So listen, let me tell you something. It's in our faces. We're just not paying attention.
So dangerous.
On this day of that used to be called Columbus Day, why is there so much hatred to anything but white? Why? The Black, the brown, the way that our lives are just thrown away, the way that our lands are just raped and pillaged, and we'll take that. The audacity of these white people, and it's not all white people, let me just go ahead and say that, but the ones that have this evil in their heart, what have we done to you? You have done everything to us. You built boats to go bother people all around the world and take their diamonds and their land and their oil. I've never seen a Black, I've never heard of Black folks doing this, or Aboriginals, Aborigine people. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of brown folks doing this to anybody else. It's y'all. And to this day, it's a constant thing. Some of y'all is just your DNA. To sit there and take a snuff out a young boy's life who was going to be a doctor and mutilate this body and not even care. In the news, shame on you for focusing all your time on Gabby Petito. That's focus your attention on her. But damn it, if there's not 400,000 Black people that go missing, I mean, there's so many of us. My numbers may be off, but you know what I'm saying is true. They don't report on us like they report on someone with blonde hair. And it just pisses me off. It really does. We got to take a quick commercial break and gather ourselves. And we'll be back with more. We'll be talking more about this story for sure. We'll be right back.